Hey interwebs, it's JackitK and welcome for the next edition of my playthrough of Pikmin 2. Last time... Screw you, shenagins! I am still overly pleased on myself that we got all the possible ship perks you could possibly get this early in the game. Like, technically, there's even one that we weren't supposed to get, but managed to get anyways. And, oh boy, yeah, I just needed to do live commentary here just to try to capture some excitement from that snagger fight while I still could. A little disappointed I wasn't recording live then. Only reason why I had to post that part, but I don't think I could have done things as intensely as I did if I was counting, so forgive me for that. I think that's everything I wanted to talk about though. We have to get something else, wink wink, nudge nudge, before we can get the other two parts there, just like we can't get this treasure piece, ship part, and whatever's from the impact site quite yet. We're gonna go to the forest navel and possibly get what we need to get to achieve a good victory and all. So, same deal as usual. I may be post-commentating most of this, but I'll leave the microphone running as long as I can to actually capture any live reactions we might have. I'll be honest, I didn't think we would have any after that whole shenanigans stuff. And actually, I don't even know if I want to try to go for a ship part today, or if I just want to focus on the objective at hand. And let me give me a second to analyze our situation and see what's around where. Gotta leave some room in our Pikmin inventory for the thing. But this might be a good place to multitask and start off with. I am gonna give myself a couple extra attempts on this day if I realize a better path. Because I'll admit, even though I've practiced, I did not do as good as I did in my practice run of this, so we definitely have room to learn new things going into this episode, folks. Can we talk about how annoying it is that these little suckers can fly? Technically, that's a good way to take them out in one hit, but I don't quite trust myself with that. Oh, I see you, and I want to take advantage of the fact that you are out here and not anywhere near the water. We'll worry about that guy a little later. You know what? Yeah, I guess I will take some things back to base. Just so I can spend a little one-on-one time with our new friends over in the corner there. Then immediately proceed to stop, because I remember that the guy we got is not gonna be enough. It is a Pikmin of yet another color. Near this one's cheeks is what appears to be a set of gills. This trait suggests to me that the blue Pikmin type can enter water without any trouble whatsoever. Only one way to find out is not like it's standing in water right now, as we speak. So I guess you can go grow a couple more blues while I go check up on our little friend that we made that shares our fondness towards the dead bodies of our enemies. Unfortunately, it does appear that he is gone. This is sad. No, I guess I can knock you out while I'm over here. I got a real jumbled up mess here, don't I? So I wait for him to come back for this. Honestly, I don't quite trust myself with that. I guess before we get too carried away, why don't I show off that lovely feature that the Wii version allows us to bring to the table. You see that over there? Normally we have to go through the trouble of making a bridge, having them climb over there and carry it back. But through the power of motion control aiming, I can just do that. Yay! I found the automatic gear. This thing chugs right along at its own pace. It makes piloting much easier, giving me time to concentrate on the finer points of space travel. Oh, it's our friend! This is a bread bug. It looks like he recovered all of his health, unfortunately. I do not like that. So we are going to follow him along this time. And I guess we'll come back to our blue friends a little later on. At least got enough to get this 5 pellet over here. Just enough. While they do that, I'm gonna go revisit our little friend. Make sure he doesn't get away this time. So this is a bread bug. They are greedy and will take anything they can get their hands on. Corpses, pellets, even ship parts. So what you want to do is find stuff for it to carry. And then have your Pikmin carry the said thing back. If they don't have enough, the Pikmin won't be able to fight back and they'll get dragged in the face along with it. But if you have basically the max amount a Pikmin can carry on it, they will drag the red bug back with them. Which results in the glorious demise of our new friend. Briefly cut it out of the scene, thanks to this moment. I'll admit, this is the first time I'm at. Usually the bread bug actually goes after stuff while I'm raising up blues, so guess what? I have to actually raise up enough blue Pikmin in order to get that part back to base, because it'll always fall in the water. And this is the first time I don't have to worry about that. Thank goodness, my space float! This float is absolutely necessary for any pilot who lacks skill at swimming in space. Yep, let's get all this back to base. One thing at a time, I guess. Question is, how do I spend the rest of the day? Do I want to try to get ship parts? Do I want to prepare clearing this area out to make travel easier? I know there's some bomb rocks around here, and I should be putting focus on getting them, but I also want to get my blues going. Then again, with the plan I have in mind, I guess I don't have to really get them going. Anyways, space float. An excellent swimmer like me has no need for something like this, but my motto is always be prepared. Really, it's just for emergencies. Now I've recovered 9 out of 30 parts. If I can just find 3 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. Well, speaking of clearing things out, so we can just clear all these guys out, get this back into the base so we don't have to worry about picking it up later, and fine. I guess the yellows can take it, even though I really need more reds. In another day, in one more day, numbers aren't really gonna matter. I guess I'll keep a few more reds out here. Keep enough yellows to actually get the bomb rocks going when we actually find them. I'll have to juggle between that and raising blues a little bit more. Be nice to have at least 10 to make the grind that we're gonna have very soon a lot bit easier. And there is just enough stuff around to do just that. Especially if I go out of my way a little bit more to get some of the pellets that might have gone a little bit beyond the normal range. Oh shoot, yeah, I completely forgot I had these red pigments working on pulverizing things. But I'm probably not gonna have time to get the numbers together to take care of that. The red pigment are... There is that guy, but I honestly don't want to worry about him right now. A little bit scary, no. I guess we can worry about this guy who's just pretty much being a major obstacle for any further advancements. Assuming they don't get thrown in the water. There we go. How do you get in there? Yeah, abort. Well, maybe we can get this part before the end of the day. Because I know this is where some of the bomb rocks are. Oh, you don't have to trick it out. You could just have the Pikmin go up there, and you follow after them. This actually makes things a lot easier. Actually, wait, didn't I destroy this guy? Or that's where the bread bug would take his stuff, by the way, if we had the chance to actually show that off properly. Careful, we don't want anyone hanging out underneath the bridge. There's a really bad glitch in Pikmin games where if Pikmin are underneath a bridge while you're building it, they will indefinitely get stuck and die. It might already be too late for these fellows. I'm so sorry. Thank God you've been saved. And all that time I was wasting doing that, not doing my time efficiently enough. I could have been getting these guys going so we could build a bridge to these bomb rocks and use the bomb rocks to get some good stuff. Yeah, I'll definitely do at least one more attempt on my own. See if I can break some of this stuff down a little bit faster. Get a few more bomb rocks and clear the way to make our return to this place a little bit easier. And it would be smart to put these guys on here, but I'm afraid we're so close to the end of the day that I'll forget about coming back for them until it's too late and not have time to do so. So, no, we're not gonna even worry about that. We're just gonna call it good. Oh yeah, we could be working on... I forgot. We could be working on getting this thing back. Got so caught up on the concept of... Oh no! What are all you fools doing behind here? Hanging out inside bridges is bad. I'm sorry, my good dear Pikmin. Go on without me. And take this back to base. If I can't save myself, at least save the dear ship for me. Okay, at least we can get these bomb rocks before the end of the day. Normally I would consider a good run getting a bit more. Oh my god, this is definitely getting redone, despite the glorious luck I had with where our good bread bug friend decided to go. I'm just gonna quickly try to use these bomb rocks up and get something out of them. Ah, shoot, and I forgot to pluck the blues. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a redo. I don't know if I'll bother even recording the commentary for these other runs, so we'll see. I had to show this off eventually. I think I skipped it once or twice because of the whole... Day 4. Since our impact. Deep in the cave I discovered in the forest, I encountered blue Pikmin. These blue fellows have something resembling gills on their cheeks, and they appear to be amphibious, surviving both in water and on land. The wonders of nature never cease to stun me, even in this alien land. I guess at least it's only 4. I can't figure out where I could have possibly left 4 behind. It's not gonna matter though, because we are gonna save this, but I am gonna try that day again. I just feel like I didn't even get a chance to use any bomb rocks. And I can clear out so much for our return back to the Forest Naval if I do that first. So, see you on the post side! Alright, so... that first attempt wasn't bad, but I feel like I could have done a lot more with it. So let us do the time warp again for the second time, but it's important. Pulse, come away! Please don't die, please don't die, please don't die, please don't die. Now where is our little birdie bird bug friend? There you are, right on cue. To your demise! I should focus on the bridge, first and foremost, if I'm going to be splitting guys up. And you, didn't I take care of you already? There's gotta be 2 of these guys just roaming around. Fantastic, I lured the Wally Log out. You're coming along with me, little buddy, for a less dangerous task. Oh, not again! Hey guys, has this series had enough fail for you? Well, guess what? JackitK of the past has one more delicious treat for you all. Brought to you by the AI capabilities of the Nintendo GameCube. Enjoy. Oh, you idiots! Well, at least I can film that. Why? Why would you throw it at the harmless honey drop when the stone wall is right there? And everyone's going so good too. I think that's like... It's 11 o'clock when I started this. Against my better judgment. I think that's a sign to stop. Even if it's mid-episode. 5th, a millionth, whatever number time we're on, is the charm. So, judging just from what I'm assuming I'm leaving in from my live commentary outtakes, I think you got a basic idea of what I'm trying to do. The ideal goal is to do 3 things. 1. Activate blue Pikmin and get my numbers up in them as much as I can. 2. Get the bread bug that roams this area. 3. Get all the bomb rocks that I possibly can, and take advantage of the fact that they'll reset it the next day to blow up everything I possibly can. And last but not least, get as many ship parts as I can in the meantime. I'm multitasking a lot. Maybe more than what can realistically be done in a single day, but dang it, I am determined. So after a bit of trial and error, I think the first thing I want to do is take my reds around to clear out some of the enemies. This red bug is kind of part of the issue, just you can never predict where he's going to be. I did not expect the bug to come that quickly, if you couldn't tell. Rip a little right along with Raiden, the red Pikmin who sacrificed his life to allow us to sneak by the 2 snaggers in one piece. Thankfully, with the bread bug coming this close and just walking right in our way as we were clearing out the bugs, I can pretty much take care of him right now. I think that's a big reason that this is the attempt that made it all the way. So while they're taking it back to base, hopefully I'm not multitasking too hard, I can actually start clearing them some more. In hindsight, I should have left my yellows back. But I guess I was worried about the Pikmin. I was worried about the Pikmin getting eaten, and I just want to keep my yellows nearby to try to do that trick to get that gear. You may be wondering why I'm not going for the blue right away. Well, beyond all these other stuff that I want to do, and honestly not being sure which I want to do first, I am just way too confident in my ability to save Pikmin from any sort of hazard. Even when that's not clearly the case. I mean, clearly not the case. Though actually I think there's a natural reason. As you may have saw in previous attempts, this area has bomb rocks. So I wanted to leave like 10 Pikmin around here. That's probably the reason why I threw them at the spring and didn't have them start working at the bridge. Just so that it was easier to keep them separated. But I basically want to have these Pikmin here, so when they're done I can just go over and start getting the bomb rocks while they're working on the rest of that stuff. In fact, once I start clearing out some obstacles around here, and not unintentionally getting the Wally closer to dry land, away from where I want them to be, you'll actually see here that I'm actually going to take advantage of the fact that my Pikmin are working on the bridge to go ahead and get to these bomb rocks. I thought about it back and forth, whether to have them work on building this up or not. But I think ultimately I decided I could go the safe route and try to wait until after that bridge is built up in order to get my Pikmin across. But that's way too time consuming, so I think what I'm actually going to do... Actually, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. But once I do whatever I'm doing here, I'm going to throw my bomb rock Pikmin up to the cliff there, go around the water by myself, and then call them over from the other side. As a matter of fact, the timing works out pretty perfectly because they're done with the bridge, so while I'm working on getting my bomb rock Pikmin from the other side, I can have the rest of my Pikmin army here carry this back to base. Hopefully the fact that I left the bread bug unattended for so long won't backfire too badly. Oh, what do you know? The little sucker's right here. If I didn't know any better, I would say that was perfectly intended. I don't give myself that much credit though. But we do have just enough to carry it back to base. We don't have to worry about it falling in the water, which I feel like happens way too often when I play Pikmin. Seems like I'm always having to raise up my army of blues just to get this specific part, because for some reason the bread bug always comes around to where my blue Pikmin are. And now my multitasking going. Alright, I gotta do a good job making sure that Pikmin aren't too close to the edge here. And maybe I could start working on breaking this down. However, it's wonky. Like, I don't think every single one of my bomb rocks properly registers. It's working now, but I feel like sometimes when I throw them from this angle, it doesn't actually work out. Still, if I can do this properly, it'll be worth using all my bomb rocks here, because I could just have the Pikmin take a little shortcut back to base. There we go. And I even have a bomb rock to spare, which it'd be nice to have more, but it's okay because there's more bomb rocks left to get. This shortcut alone should really cut down on the time it takes to get things back to base, especially if I can get this wall down as well. But we'll need to get to work on getting more bomb rocks in order to do that. While I got my yellows right here though, I can just have them carry this back to base, and hopefully not go the long way around with the flaming pigs. And since this guy's all butted up into a flower, let's get him out of the way. Hello friend, welcome to the world. This is a Pikmin of yet another color. Speedrun! So, there's probably a more efficient way to multitask with this, but my thinking is just to have the Pikmin carry that back to base. And while I do so, check on my other Pikmin. And I'll keep trying to jump back and forth between the two, just to try to have this happen as quickly as possible. It'd be nice if I didn't have to go down there to get the Pikmin. That'll work too. So I'm pretty surprised I got the two big things I wanted to get done today done. So after we get this back to base, we'll be able to start splitting up our Pikmin to do some real multitasking. So while the yellows are carrying that back to base, we could probably pluck these Pikmin out of the ground that are already flower, but while I do that, I'm going to have these guys work on taking that down. And we'll probably split up our Pikmin, divide our numbers up to work on several tasks at once. Second part, back in front. Holy God, we making our time real good. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that, Elmar. Okay, now that we got Pikmin working on that, I think we're gonna go take these reds over to the bridge. That's gonna be a major time saver if I can get that built down, and I think now that we got that one bomb rock wall all the way, it makes a lot more sense to do so. So ideally put half of them here, then put another half over there. Kinda like that. Now, it would make sense to put them all at once, in one place I should say, but they won't be close enough to work on the other fence once they finish up the first, so I'd rather have both those fences being worked on around the same time to cut down our time just a little bit. Oh hey! Part number 3, right in here. Now we are free to not stress, but we're gonna do it anyways. So, I don't know why you guys came back. I don't want to see your faces again until you're done with that bridge. Think that dark wall that's far in the back? It's one of our lower priorities, but since we pretty much got everything else I wanted to get done out of the way, we could start working on tearing that down. And along our way, we can grab these honey whips Even if we can't flower up our Pikmin now, we might be able to later on down the road when we got a little more time. Now, in case you haven't noticed yet, I am ignoring pretty much any ship part that revolves around water. Sure, we have access to blue Pikmin now. Oh, I guess we're done with that. No, I think that's nearby here, so I could probably go grab them before going to the wall. If it's too much backtracking though, I might just go straight to the wall and then come for them. As I was saying though, all this water we are ignoring, because we could grow our blue numbers now. But there's a much better place to grow our blue numbers. So I'm just gonna do what I can when I have this free time and all. But I'm not really gonna grind blue Pikmin until another day. You guys who've played this game before know exactly what I'm talking about. And if we got these guys sitting around here and I don't know, might as well have them at least bring back the stuff that's laying around. I will do at least that much. Now that all the pellets and 1 or 2 bug corpses have been accounted for, I think we're ready to progress onwards. Maybe get those reds that have been sitting around after tearing down the wall for a good chunk of time. Unless I have something in particular in mind with the... Nope, it doesn't appear I do. But that is conveniently right next to where the reds are, so I can get all these idle Pikmin out of the way. And what should we take on next while the Pikmin are working on that dark wall? I guess they could work on tearing down some nectar and that. I'm not going to be too worried about that though, because I'm not sure if we're going to be back in that area anytime soon. Oh yeah, it would be pretty convenient to flower up the blue Pikmin we do got today. Makes things a little bit easier down the road. Oh, brother. Especially now that I realize it's not unlimited. There is a certain number of Pikmin you can put up to the pellets, even if you have a whole army. Only so many Pikmin can suck a single thing of nectar, even if you have 100 with you at the time. And with that in mind, I'm starting to think that there is no downside to upgrading made in Pikmin 3. But we got a long time until we get to that point. Oh, I know what I'm doing now. I actually am going to try to go for these bomb rugs! Okay, I know I was face first against the wall. But you saw where my reticle was. It was not up against the wall. It really makes me wonder if these bomb rocks are even worth it. For all the trouble you have to go through just for the bomb rocks. I mean, there is a ship part right here, so as long as I bring enough blues with me, yes, it is worth it. Because I can get 2 things done at once. And I know I said I wasn't going to go for any ship parts involving water this time. But come on, it was right along the way. There wasn't really any good reason for me not to get it. Especially since I never want to come back to this particular section of the map ever again. Oh, the pain, the fact I'm probably going to lose like 5 bomb rocks. But considering this is the final attempt, I must not lose that many. Because I'm pretty sure that's a big source of resets. But yeah, once we get that back to base, we won't have any need to come back here again, because I'm pretty sure that even though it'll be useful to have these bomb rocks now, the other places we can get bomb rocks from, I can't believe I saw out of the corner of my eye a yellow Pikmin fall to the ground over there. This is why I wanted to get Pikmin on walls and that before trying to attempt this. Okay, I'm not sure if you saw what I was trying to do. I was trying to carry the little guy with me. And I'm not sure if that worked any better. I might have been better off just throwing him over on the side there, kind of like that. Except not really, because I still have to fall back down and climb back up, and there's probably an efficient way to take care of this whole thing that I am just not thinking of. But whatever, we got what we want. We're really low on time, but as long as we got enough bomb rocks to take this down, it was all worth it, my friends. We may have been able to get one more ship part if I didn't bother with that task, and they were cutting it close. Really long time. That was not a good thing to do. Is there anything I could just quickly use these bomb rocks on before the night falls? I'm sorry, I don't know what I was going for with that. I saw the Pikmin jingle came in, I wanted to sing, but I was in the middle of a sentence, so I tried to make a different song out of it. Oh yeah, you know, I was gonna use the Bomb Rock Pikmin to finish up that wall, but they're done with that. I got a lot of cleaning up to do and not a lot of time to get all these guys. I guess I have to make a choice whether to save lives or bombs. And this is a fantastic time for this little critter to come in, the guy that's specifically made to distract you. I probably lost a bunch of Pikmin because they got dismissed trying to chase that stag beetle. Ugh. Woohoo! None left behind. And with that, I think I finally got a run that I am completely satisfied with. Pushing my limits as a player beyond those that I've ever reached before. We are saving us, baby. And next time in our Pikmin adventures, we shall resume. We could go back here and clean up the stuff that we missed, but I think we got some past areas that are worth re-exploring. And while we got a good chunk of these, this will be a good way to get our numbers for all of our Pikmin up to levels where I will never need to grow Pikmin ever again. So look forward to that. Take care.